Hey guys, it's Spirit, and welcome back to Minecraft. Today we are starting off by our beautifully designed little farm here. I might go ahead and build my farmhouse in this episode, but of course I seem to be starving to death, so that is probably what we are going to have to attend to first. Our farm has not yet produced a crop, and I have almost no food in my food bar, so I'm gonna go find an edible creature and cook me up a meal before I get going. Alright, we've got some chicken cooking up in our furnace, so this is a perfect time to discuss plans for the day. I think I think what I'm going to do today, as soon as I get that chicken done, is I'm going to go over and well, I'm going to use most of my birch wood to finish filling out that farm. I got to put fences around it. I've got to put the planks. What are they called? The half block high slabs. That's what they're called. The slabs over all the water, and then build a small little farmhouse, not unlike this one, over there in the middle of the area. And then after that, I'm probably going to cut down some more birch wood and go over beside it and make my tree farm. And that is probably going to comprise most of today's episode. And then after that, I'll probably do some strip mining off camera. And so next episode, we can either do some exploring out in the marshland, or start flattening the top of one of these mountains in preparation for building our castle. Alright, we've got our chicken cooked up, and the sun is going down currently, but that's why we have our bed on us, so we can sleep over here by the farm instead of having to come all the way back to home to do it. But anyway, I'm just going to chop down some wood so we can have enough birch wood to build this farm. Alright, so now that we've gathered the requisite materials, I'm going to come along here, and I'm going to leave an open space wherever the canals of water are, because this is where we're going to put our fence gates. But everywhere else, I'm going to put these fences, and these are going to hopefully keep everything potentially dangerous out of my farm. And, well, I'm debating if I want to use the birch wood for sticks, or if I just want to, like, I could just do this, use sticks from other wood, and then just use the birch wood to make them birch fences, because that seems to work the best. But anyway, I'm just going to do the entire outline of this in birch fencing, and then get back to you when it is done. Alright, there we go, and with fences to spare. We're going to need a lot more fencing as well, because over there, I'm going to be building my tree farm in a minute. But for the time being, I need to count up how many fence gates I need. And, well, I'll probably have to go and gather up the materials to make those, because I used all of my current birch wood on fences. Whoops. You may find yourself wondering, why do I need to build a dedicated tree farm when I am on the verge of a massive forest? Well, you see, the thing is, I need a place where I can reliably just farm and replant, and it's within, like, a small area, instead of having to go traipsing off into the unknown just to find some wood. I mean, if I ever need more than my tree farm can produce, I'm gonna probably come over here. But I'm horrible about replanting trees unless it's in a very small area and there's a square that says tree here, and I come back to it on a regular basis. I think that's the key factor there. It needs to be somewhere where I come back to and visit on a regular basis, and I see that there ought to be a tree here, so I remember to actually replant it. Also, I'm probably going to have to make a bridge across this gorge here, because I keep having to come over here for wood for my projects, and I keep having to go all the way around it because this gorge is in my way. Okay, if my calculations are correct, there are 4 on each side, and there are 4 sides, so that should equate to 16 fence gates. And that one does not want to go in the way it was supposed to be. Thank you very much. We are not doing modern art, we are making a farm. But anyway, let us see if my calculations are correct. 4 times 4 is 16. I'm pretty sure 4 times 4 is 16, but knowing me, I probably cannot math. 14, 15, 16. Bullseye on the dot. Now then, I'm going to need to gather up even more birch wood if I want to put in all of the wooden slabs so I can walk in here and not have to wade through a river to get my crops. Okay, I used a calculator for this one. Let me see. And if my calculations are correct, I am going to need about 3 stacks of wooden slabs to cover this entire area. So we'll have to see how many we can make out of the planks that we do have. So that is just about 3 slabs. So we will see in a minute. Well, we'll see in the morning if my calculations were once again correct. Okay, I think accounting for the ones that cross over in the middle, we should actually have enough for all this. Oh, and in case anybody's wondering why I only have this area farmed in just yet, I explained in the last one while I was making the last episode while I was making this farm that one of my goals is to have at least one of every crop, and there are 4 farmable crops in this game that are just like static in place and grow crops. So I'm not counting like I'm not counting sugarcane or pumpkins or melons or netherwort because those aren't technically. Well, they are technically farmable crops, but they're not as farmable as the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about wheat, carrots, potatoes, and beetroot, which I did the math last time, and it equated to that many squares to be used for one certain kind of crop. So once I get more, I'm going to use this area, and then this area, and then this area. And so I'm hopefully going to have a very diverse stock of crops with which to feed my future village. Okay, this is my last stack, and I think it's going to be enough. We'll have to see here in a minute. Alright, home stretch, here we go, and yep, there we go. Covered all of them with 12 to spare. And so nothing can get in, and I think, yeah, we can just jump out over the top. That's actually quite nice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I might start harvesting some of the ones that are done, just to get some bread so I can have a sustainable source of food. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over here and build just a small little farmhouse right here in the middle, just a little barn, just a tiny little barn right there. And that is going to be the area where we store, well, all of our excess seeds and the excess food that we don't carry on us. Okay, so I think I'm going to fill in the middle here with wooden planks. So like that, and have this be the floor. And then I'm going to come up on the sides and the corners with these. It's not really going to be I don't think it's going to be a full barn. I think it's just going to be like a little lean-to hut thing here in the middle. I'm going to make a slanted roof on it, kind of, as much as I know how with the limited resources that limited mechanics that we have in Minecraft. But once we manage to remove the floor and install the new one, that took all of my shovel. But hopefully, once I'll probably need more planks to do that sort of thing, but once I get going, you'll hopefully get to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so since my old tools ran out, my old shovel and axe ran out, I think it is time to upgrade to some shiny new iron tools. I'm going to keep the this stuff for as long as it lasts, and then I'm going to replace it. But that is not what I wanted. Thank you very much. I need that. But anyway, we're going to put this back in here and then go harvest some more birch wood. And the sun is going down, and my bed is all the way over there, so that could be an issue. Okay, so after a good night's sleep, the sun is rising, and I have enough planks to finish this project. So what I think I'm going to do is... There we go. I'm going to put these 3 up on these sides over here, and then I'm going to put these on top. And I might need to use, I'm going to use my wood, use my dirt to get that grass spread incredibly fast. My goodness. But anyway, I'm going to come up here and do this. And then I'm going to get rid of this. And then let me see. Might have it come down just like 1 in the back. I don't necessarily know how I'm gonna do that. Let me see. Yeah, I can walk in under that, but let us just see. I don't think that's gonna. Oops. Yeah, that's not gonna reach all the way up. But that's kind of what I'm going for, this sort of slant down thing. I guess I could do that in the back, but I'm not sure if that would look good. You know what, let's take off this row and see how it looks with it being just that. Because then we can put 2 there. There we go. We can come in here. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks pretty nice, actually. Looks good. It's good enough for me. And now we're going to use the rest of our wood to build a whole bunch of double chests so that we can store all of our stuff. And I only have enough for 1 chest. My gosh, these things are expensive. You know, I'm thinking I should just take from over here in the middle anyway, because I'm going to want to cut down most of this forest as is, so I can make room for, like, the actual village that's going to go here. Because I want to expand this whole area out into a proper village with, like, houses and shops and a market district and everything, so it'll probably need to be cleared of trees as is. There we go. That's all the wood I could ever need. Enough to make all the chests in an entire storage facility, probably. Hopefully. I'll eventually be turning one of my castles into a massive storage facility. So, let's just come over here and plop down all of this. And you know what I might actually do instead is I might actually put down a pair of crafting tables and a couple of furnaces over here so I can cook stuff as well, because I'm gonna need to bake my potatoes, as it were. You know, another addition I'm gonna need to make eventually? A highway, because I'm gonna need a straight road that goes from the castle down to the village, up to the farms, and I'm going to need roads that go everywhere. I'm probably not going to fill in and destroy this pond. This is probably going to... I might actually, like, dig out the middle of it and make it deeper so it's like an actual lake. So people can, like, fish and boat on that lake. But I'm definitely going to need some roads going places, because running back and forth over all these hills is a bit tiring on my very limited food situation. Okay, let me see if we have any stone over here to make more furnaces. I don't know where I would put it if I did. There we go. We have a bit of cobblestone, but we might have to check down in the strip mine, down in the depths of the strip mine, to see if we have enough stone to make a pair of furnaces for the farm. Oh yeah, another thing I could do, there's pumpkins up here. I really need to make use of my resources. I'm probably going to expand out a melon and pumpkin farm at some point, but it's going to be a vastly different layout than my my normal crops farm. And behind chest number 2, all the cobblestone you could ever want in the entire universe. So I'm going to take this back up to the farming district, and we are going to finish that part of the project. Okay, here we go. We've got 3 furnaces, one of which I'm going to keep in my inventory, but the other 2 I'm going to stick down there. That is a very nice little... It's a very nice little farm hut. And as the sun is going down, once I go over here and sleep in my bed, it is almost nighttime. Can you not see? Can this bed not interpret what it means to be nighttime? There we go. So once we get the night slept off, we can come back over here, and I can actually take the first harvest from my little farm. Alright, so about half of the wheat in this farm was ready. Let's see. There is one that just grew while I was saying that. Thank you very much. So let's come over here and see how much we got. We have 42 wheat, which amounts to 14 bread. That is a very nice haul. And once I replant all of the seeds I got from that, I will put the excess in this chest. So let's get to that right about now. Okay, I think that's all of it done. We got a little extra bread that grew while we were, little extra wheat that grew while we were doing that, so I'm going to put that in there. But anyway, we have... Yep, we got some extra wheat that keeps growing while we are, while we're doing stuff. So I'm going to put this over here, get myself another thing of bread, and then we can move on today to the construction of a tree farm. Oh, first, before we do anything else, we need to put a metric ton of torches down along the entire thing. I did not mean to do that. I meant to do that. We need to put these torches literally everywhere, because in previous Minecraft worlds that I've played, I have been just farming along, and I realized that a skeleton or creeper spawned in my farm behind me, and it was never a good situation. Okay, and I think I have just enough torches to do the entire thing. Yep, and I'm going to have a couple extra just for personal use. There we go. And ideally, I would want to put them around the edges as well, but I don't have enough torches at the moment. And I think this is plenty enough light to go around. I might actually, like, take these ones, because I think I have enough light in here from being surrounded by stuff, and I'm just going to let all of these grow, because I have enough food for the moment. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my last 4 torches out here on the edges, on the corners, just to mark where the boundary of this land is. This land is my land. And then, after that, I will hop up on a dirt pillar and we can location scout where we are going to put our tree farm. Okay, I think this is high enough. Oh yes, this is definitely high enough to see literally everything in the land. I come up here a lot in between clips just to survey the area and see what's going on. But for the moment, yeah, I love the view from up here. I might build like a floating sky castle up here just to claim it in the name of the Aether. But basically, for the moment, I would say, yeah, I'm going to fill in that little pond, fill in this area with dirt, as much dirt as I need, and I'm going to make this area be my tree farm, at least the area of where that crater is. I'm not sure how big it's going to be. Probably the corner of it's going to be like there, and then just come straight over and just encompass like this area here. And I'm going to be setting up my birch wood, and I might do a second tree farm next to it, a smaller one for oak wood, just so I can have like non-birch to do stuff with, like make tools and sticks and chests and stuff. And also, of course, oak wood gives apples, which is definitely a good thing. And while I'm up here, I may as well take a look at this lake. I'm thinking, don't fall off, I'm thinking, like, this is going to be my main village area where I have, like, the houses and such. But I might put, like, the market district over here, just beside all the farms and stuff, so we can have just, like, a little market. And then that'll go down into the houses, and I'm gonna leave this lake here and kind of build around it. It's gonna be like a natural water feature, have like bridges going across it in various places. Definitely a bridge right there, so we can go to and from the farm with ease. But yeah, actually, I'm not sure if I want the market district down here. I did say I was gonna have this plateau area be like all of the shops and markets and such, because it's going to be up near the castles, who are going to be up on top of these mountains. But anyway, that is going to be for future episodes, going to be building all of that. For the moment, we are going to be filling in all of that and building ourselves a nice little birch tree farm. Right, and all of the dirt that I just pillared up on is going to be set down right here. I'm going to use it to fill in this crater, and I'm probably going to have to go back for more. And I might actually have to wait until this the grass spreads to this area, because I want to use these pathways, but where you like right-click on grass and it makes a pathway for you. So I want to use those to outline like where all the pathways through my tree farm are, and it looks like I am going to need a lot of dirt to fill this area in, and I might have to relocate these horses as well. Okay, so I didn't have any more dirt down in my strip mine, so what I might actually do, I'm going to take those seeds and put them in my farm. What I might actually do, though, is set up like an impromptu tree farm, say over here or around here somewhere, and then wait until I clear off, like shear off the top of these mountains and start to build my castle, and then use all of that dirt relocated over to fill in that little crater area and make my tree farm. Because at the moment, I don't exactly know where I'm going to get all of the dirt necessary to fill in that area without, like, completely deforming the land elsewhere. And I've already planned to completely deform this area, just shear off, like, the top, say, 6 or 8 layers of mountain just to make it perfectly flat, and then just build a castle up here. So that'll probably be a really good source of dirt once I do that, just like my strip mine has become a really good source of cobblestone. But anyway, that is going to be all saved for the next episode. So thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like. If you want to see more, then please do subscribe. And make sure to follow me on social media so you never miss an update. Until next time, I'm Spirit, and I will see you all later.